All right, good afternoon, everybody. It is 2:30 on, what is today? Wednesday, August 26th. We are watching SPY here. What I want to point out really quick, just because it's about to unfold, is we have support here on the 200 period moving average and resistance on the 100 period moving average. So support is 190.04 and resistance is 190.72. So what I am looking for here is the price to pinball between these support and resistance for a little bit, and then whichever direction it breaks is going to dictate the rest of the trading day. So I want to point out here, this is today's action on the 5-minute chart. I want to point out how I predicted the bounce, the bullish reversal here. I did it pretty early. I usually wait for more confirmation, but I was feeling strongly and just posted in the chat room. So what I was looking at is the obvious downtrend. I drew my trend line that the price kept getting knocked back from, and then I noticed a pattern right here where it looked really flat, like just a little flat bottom. I had a line, a horizontal line drawn with my mind and saw, that looks like strong support. And then I looked back and support has not been found like that yet today. We've only seen 2 candlesticks showing potential bottom support. So this showed me that there was some loading going on and support holding, and we saw the follow through right here, and I think I called it out at 12:49. So right before this candlestick formed, we had the bullish reversal call, and then it followed through nicely, hit the 200 period moving average resistance, pulled back right from that level, broke above it, and is now holding it as support. So this is why I love the 5-minute charts. They are so darn accurate. We had resistance where it pulled back right here and support where it bounced right here, and now we have resistance on that 100 period moving average. So that is what I am looking at on the 5-minute chart for SPY. Like I said, a break of either this resistance or this support is going to dictate the rest of the day. So we will stay on top of that for the rest of the day. Some other things I want to point out is Sunni. Here's Sunni on the 5-minute chart. We've got 3 higher highs being set. Right now we're pulling back. The 20 period is the support right now. I'm waiting for my Fidelity to load here. There we go. It is bouncing off that level. That support level is 931. If that cannot hold, we're coming down to the 200 period moving average support of 914, and we got 905 below it. So some nice support is here for Sunni. And we are going to see if there's some follow through tomorrow on this bounce. The candlestick on the daily chart looks really good for follow through tomorrow. We'll see how it ends up. I want to just peek back in on SPY here. Fighting that bullish resistance. You can see these candlesticks are getting squished between the 20 period moving average support that is riding up and the 100 period moving average resistance. So one of those will break soon, and we will see. I will look at those in a second, Lottie. Thanks for pointing them out. So we are watching volume here. 2 minutes left in this candlestick. We're going to see an increase in volume. I am bullish on the rest of the day, but that will change if we see candlesticks form below this 200 period moving average. So let's peek on over at Google. Google has yet to set a new high of the day. The high of the day was first thing in the morning at 648.89. Definitely still a bullish reversal, pulling down and finding support on the 20 period moving average, just like we saw with SPY right there. And we're seeing a nice bounce up on volume. So that's a good sign for the bulls. We want to see a break of this high, 645.86. And we still have the 200 and 100 period moving average support down here in case we get more of a pullback. PCLN. 1200 is psychological resistance. We also pulled back from the 100 and 200 period moving average resistance. That level of 100 right now is 199.14, and the 200 period is 1202.83. So those are 2 keys to watch. We can see a bunch of higher lows that have been formed here. We saw PCLN hit its bottom before many other stocks did today. And we have resistance here. The high up here was 1206.27, and up here we got to 1206.28. So that is double top resistance right there. Keep your eye on those levels. Riding the 20 period moving average support back up to test this resistance again. We will see if it can get there. SPY breaking upward. Yep, that's a great sign. We want to break this resistance level up here. A break of 191.42 will do it. Increase in volume. All things are looking bullish for SPY. Sunni is following SPY up, as is most of the market. So that's what we're looking at for SPY. If anybody has any other tickers, feel free to shout them out. I also want to take this opportunity to point out our development fund again. We added a button on our website, and so far 4 people have made generous donations, contributions to that fund, as they have made nice scores, and we are putting every penny that we have made on subscriptions into this website. We are currently shopping for developers to upgrade the website and add additional features. Neither Siku or myself have seen 1 penny yet. It's all sitting in an account waiting for spending. So we want to take the opportunity to thank the people that did contribute with their success, and we are looking for ways of spending that money to better benefit every member. So thanks again. Looking at SPY here, coming out to break that 191.42 key level. This is looking really good, and I am continuing to stay bullish. Definitely want to see a break there, though. We don't want to see a double top form. But if we do, we still got these moving average supports. All these stocks now have pretty much turned their 100 and 200 period moving average support. So that's a nice backup here. 1 year SPY support line's not exactly sure what you are saying there, Soren. Let's look at Apple for Natty. Apple found nice support. Look at that sweet bounce off the 100 period moving average support. It's making its way back up. A break of 107.84 will be bullish. Nice trend here of finding a double bottom and now setting higher lows. Need to keep the higher highs pattern going and work on breaking that high of day. Check back in on SPY. It's pulling back a bit. Still looking fine. Any seeing, that's a very interesting volume spike with no price movement associated with it. Seeing a nice little break right now, currently at 250. That is resistance found back here. And a high, well actually 250 is strong resistance. We have a double top there, and it's a triple top right now unless we can bust through it. On the daily chart for any, showing a little bit of strength that the bulls might be finding a bottom, but it wasn't enough for me yet. A little bit of a lower wick as it dipped down today to 222. If it were to close above, let's say 260 or above, it'll be a really nice hammer to signal potential bullish follow through tomorrow. Alright, Lottie, let's look at Amazon. Yep, a high a day here on volume, not a good sign if you were short. Pretty much anything that people are short on, as soon as SPY goes bullish, you should cover those short positions, just because everything these days is following SPY very closely. Keep your eye on this candlestick, as right now it is showing a little bit of profit taking. Could see a little pullback, but all things are pointing bullish for Amazon and SPY. SPY is about to break that key level I pointed out. The high here of 191.42 just saw a high of 191.40. So we will see if we can bust through there here in the next couple minutes. AA. Nice support off the 20 period moving average, as well as maintaining the 100 period moving average and busting out. Want to see a break above 820. 820 has knocked the price down many times here. A break above 820 will be a very bullish sign into the end of the day. The high here on the first bounce was 820. Imagine that. So it's all about 820 right here for AA. SPY was temporarily rejected from that level. I'm going to keep a close eye on it as we don't want to see a double top form here. Making its way back up. Sweet volume for the bulls. Here we go again. Another test. 191.39. 41. Just need a couple pennies. And there it is. Boom. Bullish break. Here we go. Alright. So looking great for the SPY bulls here. Looking great for a strong close into the end of the day as suggested. I love it when CNBC analysts are dead wrong and people looking at charts in their living room can be smarter than them. Alright, so RSI is 63 here, so we are going to see some more consolidation, but we did set a higher high. On any kind of pullback here, I'm looking for the 100 period moving average to hold. It did not hold here. It took the 200 period to hold it. But if we want to see strength, we'll see the 100 period hold it here. That level is 190.74. Definitely a bullish break. Awesome to see play out. We still have 4 minutes left in this candlestick, and volume is looking good as well. RSI is an indicator that you can put on the free version of stock charts, and I believe it is $15 a month if you want the advanced version. I have videos on our private video member section page that show you how to set up a basic chart and as well as the advanced chart. So SPY's looking great. I expect a test of the high of day, which is less than $1 away. There it goes, busting out. God, I love charts. There she goes. So every stock is following along bullish with it. PCLN broke 1200. Facebook is at its high of day. Oh, excuse me, Facebook's $1 short of its high of day, never mind. Sprint is at its high of day. Really nice volume on SPY for the bulls. We're going to see a slight pullback and consolidation before we attempt to break a new high of day, but that is of the norm. GoPro. GoPro needs to break 45.33 to see a higher high. Got to 45.30 and couldn't do it, so we'll see if it's able to get over that level. Long way to go for GoPro compared to other stocks. I'm looking at the daily chart really quick. We've got the lower Bollinger Band at 45.26. That's also resistance on the daily. Would be a higher low if the low from today holds over 2 days ago, the drop off crazy Monday. So looking for stocks to find support here. And looking today is obviously a point in the bulls' favor, and we are going to be on bounce watch going into tomorrow and the rest of the week. So we'll get back to the regular pattern watch list where I'm going to point out a few specific stocks we are watching. Sunni is going to be one of them for tomorrow, looking for bullish follow through. That SPY volume's huge, still 2 minutes left to go. Sprint continuing to set new high of days. Beat you to it, Willie. Alright, let's see PM. PM has to break this 200 period moving average resistance. We had a high here of 78.68, and a high here of 78.65, so that is a lower high. Need to see 78.68 break. We had a high of the day back here at 79.12. Nice bullish volume. Bouncing right now. This is the pinball action I was talking about for SPY that we didn't see because it was a very bullish break, but hitting resistance, hitting support, hitting resistance, and bouncing back and forth a bit. So based on what I expect SPY to do for the rest of the day, I would expect PM to break this resistance. There's SPY continuing. What a bull. $0.50 from the high of the day. Trucking along, 40 cents from the high of the day. Congratulations, any SPY bulls, any Sunni bulls, pretty much any bulls from that 1250 reversal call. Again, I want to point out the most beneficial way to play this chat room is to watch me following SPY. Ask me questions by all means, but find a stock you like, have your orders filled out, have your targets in mind, have your stop losses in mind, and play it based off of SPY. We saw SPY go bullish and we saw all the stocks follow suit. So using SPY as a gauge of what the market is going to do is has been great and very successful for us this week. Tesla. I see you typing there, Maritza. Tesla's still having a little bit of trouble here. We had, well, I shouldn't say trouble because it is in a nice uptrend, but we had a high of 221.34. Need to break 221.34, but Tesla still has these 100 and 200 period moving averages as resistance, whereas most other stocks do not. So Tesla has a lot of work to do still. It does follow SPY. Let's look at where we had the low. The low of the day was at 12.05. Here's SPY. So there's a little bit of a lag time between SPY and Tesla, but the charts do look similar, except SPY is seeing an explosion right now, where Tesla is seeing a lot of volume and a bullish move, but not an explosion by any means. S-Bucks. Wow, breakout mode for Starbucks. Just set a new high of day, I believe. 53.20, 53.24, yep. So let's look at the daily chart. This is one of the more bullish tickers we've looked at. If it closes over the 100-day moving average of 52.77, that is a very bullish sign. We have a very bullish candlestick. Nice big hammer forming right now. A higher low from yesterday. The high yesterday was 53.61, so a close above that would be very bullish. I could see Starbucks going to 55 tomorrow if this bullish rally continues with some momentum. The 10-day moving average resistance is 55.03. That's going to drop tomorrow a little bit. And the 50-day moving average is 55.42. Yes, Maritza, they mirror each other fairly closely. There's a little bit of lag time and not entirely trading hand in hand. Again, I want to point out these two major resistances still. Most other stocks have already hurdled that level. As you can see, SPY has seen a ton of price movement on this breakout, whereas Tesla has not seen much. This is a very bearish reversal candlestick. Keep your eye on that. That doesn't mean the market's going to fall apart here. That just means we're about to consolidate. This is a gravestone doji or an inverted hammer, depending on how it forms. Both of them mean the same thing. At the top of an uptrend, it signals a bearish reversal pattern. If we see a red candlestick next 5 minutes, it will confirm it. And I expect it to come down and test the 20 period and 100 period moving average support of 190.75. Both are at the same level. It should be some strong support. XBI. on support right now. 20 period, 200 period moving average support to 1149. Saw a bit of a double top here. Unable to set a higher high. 213.01 is the key to get above. Want to see this 20 period, 100 period, and 200 period support band hold. If it doesn't, a must hold is 209.15. Let's see what we got with SPY here. Not confirming the bearish reversal just yet. We've got 5 minutes left to go here though on this candlestick, so a lot of time for things to change. So watching this candlestick closely to see if we're going to head back down a dollar drop to 190.76. Don't forget to use your stop losses, everybody. Always place a stop loss with your trades to prevent trades from getting away from you. I know it's easier said than done. It took me the hardest. It was the toughest thing to get through my head when learning trading stocks was placing your stop loss. But all it took was a few trades getting away from me and losing way more than I should have to get into the habit of that. So SPY's still looking strong here, shrugging off that bearish reversal pattern. Still 4 minutes to go here, but so far so good. I hear you, Fear. Hopefully we can get SUNY up over $10 tomorrow. Certainly looking bullish. ATR, not sure what that stands for. 20 period moving average support of SUNY has been falling through. That's 939, so we're there right now. I want to keep that as support, otherwise we might come down here to 912. 200 period moving average support. I am bullish, Natty. I have been bullish since about 1 o'clock p.m. this afternoon, and I am still bullish. I think the market's going to close strong, and if it does, we should see a little bit of follow through tomorrow. Soren, I'm not familiar with average true range, so I don't use it on stop losses. I'll have to check into it once I'm done the webcast here. For my stop losses, I just put them a few ticks below any key support that I want to hold. So if the support breaks, I get stopped out. Here's SPY continuing, looking great, completely shrugging off the bullish reversal candlestick. 2 minutes left to go here in this candlestick. We had a high on this run of 192.34. We'll see if we can get back above 192 here. My sentiment is that we are going to have a strong close with SPY and that we will see some follow through in the market going green tomorrow. I could absolutely be wrong. That's just what the charts are telling me could happen. That being said, in the next hour, if we see a major pullback on SPY, I will absolutely change my sentiment. But as of right now, I would expect a strong close in SPY and for stocks to see some more green tomorrow. So SPY is seeing a little bit of resistance here at the 192 level. 2 times it's broken above it and pulled back. So I expect a pullback to 191, which is this 20 period moving average support, and below that we got 190.77. I'm going to sign off here in 5 minutes. If anybody has any last tickers, let me know. And we're going to keep watching everything closely in the chat. Looking at Disney, doing a nice job setting higher highs and higher lows. Let me pull up the daily chart. I'll do BABA next. Disney is seeing a little bit of a bullish hammer on the daily chart, completely engulfed in yesterday's trading range. So you're going to want to see this 200 period moving average hold on any kind of pullback, 97.57, and continue the trend of higher lows and higher highs. But could be looking good for a $100 test tomorrow. BABA hit the 100 period moving average resistance and pulled back on high volume. Still setting higher highs and higher lows. Looking for 20 period moving average support to hold on a pullback, 66.68. Lots of volume here, increasing volume. That was a good sign for the bulls. Bulls really want to close over 70 as soon as possible to turn that back into support. So we have SPY pulling back now. Amazon, I see it could pull back to either these high resistance that are now support of 191.15, 191.29. Oh, I mean 491, excuse me. Although it did just see a nice bounce off the 8 period exponential moving average support. So we'll see if it sets a lower low than 493. We could potentially come down to 491.15. All right, 2 more minutes here. There's a SPY nice recovery, seeing the same thing that Amazon we just saw, bounce off the 8 period exponential moving average, and still looking strong on nice volume. So that's our market check-in here. I will keep talking in the chat. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have a nice big score and you're happy, again, don't forget the development fund. It'll go right back into making the website better for you and everyone else. I'm really digging the community we're building here, and I appreciate everybody in the chat room. So I will see you in the chat, and again tomorrow morning before the bell. I can't wait already.